Okay, guys, it's question time. So all of these questions come from members of our Empowered Abundance Collective. It's an online community where we support each other. We do training on manifestation and our identity. Um, so because they go hand in hand, I can't manifest until I know who I am. Believe it or not, I know. Okay, so question number one. I'm not feeling any guilt about not going to my aunt's funeral in Ohio, yet I'm justifying shit in my head about why I'm not going. How can I release myself from the shit I'm giving myself? Okay, so I want to give a little bit of a premise to the answering or my answering of this question. Okay. So first of all, in our container, we talk about how we are 100% human, 100% spirit. So we follow a modality called MFRE. And MFRE is a beautiful expression of the law of spirituality and the law of nature and how they intersect within the functioning of us on this planet. Okay. And so on my spirit side is oneness and my right standing in God. On my human side is duality, and duality in the aspect of um, hierarchy or differences based on why I came to the planet. Okay. My right standing in God can never change. I am always in right standing with God. On my human side, I can doubt that. I can forget that. I can disregard that. Um, uh, I can not know that at all. Did I say that? I could not know that. Okay. So when I am going through my life, I'm either in alignment with that right standing or I'm not. And when I'm not, it causes me to desire right standing. Why? Well, because that's my created design, okay, from my from my spirit. And so the integration of the two is where I live out this experience of the fullness of life, okay? And so in relationship to this question is I'm not feeling guilty yet I'm justifying. Okay. You can't justify without feeling guilty. Because if you didn't feel guilty, there would be no justification. Okay. Because what is justification? I'm trying to find rightness with my decision, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, in order to be in right standing. Yes. And so, what's so cool about this question is she's saying, no, I don't feel guilty, but I'm justifying. And so, when we actually look at the law and we go, okay, can that be true? It can't be true. So, somewhere she's feeling guilt, yet it may not be like in her cognitive mind that it's guilt, yet the indicator of the guilt is she's justifying. And so, what's really cool about this is if we just look at this as data and we don't get into the story of right or wrong and guilt is good or bad or all of those things, and we just say, hey, I don't think I'm feeling guilty, but I'm justifying. Okay, that must mean I am feeling guilty. That in itself is an indicator, and guilt for two things. Either I've done something wrong or I think I've done something wrong. Now, if you've actually done something wrong, then and you step back and you go, okay, I'm feeling guilty. What is the origin of this? Well, it might be, oh, you did a really shitty thing. You should go and apologize. Okay, cool. Right. So the guilt being there is the indicator something needs to be put back into alignment. And I might have to go and apologize and say, hey, I did a really shitty thing. That's probably like 1% of the time. The other 99% of the time is really something that we think we should do, we think we're supposed to do, we think somebody else like told us that we should do that would make us acceptable or liked or loved or right, right? So when we realize we're in this place of the supposed tos, ought tos, have tos, need tos, we can step back and go, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Because that is an invitation to remember I'm already in right standings. And if I place myself in right standings with God, then what choice would I make here? What choice would I make here? I'm going to make the choice to not go to that funeral. Great. I'm in right standing before God. This is between me and God. And if somebody wants to judge me, that's up to them. If somebody says, wow, that was shitty, that's on them, right? I know based on the alignment that I have, right? The Bible says you'll know the truth and the truth will set you free. So if the truth for you is, hey, you're not supposed to go to the funeral, then that's the freedom that we get to feel inside. And then if those thoughts start coming up, oh, what's grandma going to say? What's my mom going to say? What's my brother going to say? What are her kids going to say? All of the things we get to go, not my problem. Not mine to have. Not mine to be concerned with. Yeah. So I love two things. One, you can't have dueling realities going on at one time. Like, I don't have guilt and I'm justifying, right? Those are dueling realities. And when you realize that's happening, it's your subconscious trying to reveal something to you. Okay. The other thing is, most of the time, emotions that are unfavorable are usually just an invitation for us to remember who we are in our identity as one already in right standing before God. All right, guys. Hope that is fun for you. And we'll see you on the next Q&A.